21-11, good luck. So we've not played before. No head-to-head score. Let's play the Carol. So our opponent, nearly, what, 7,500 games. Do we get the 2 knights Carol? No, we get take, so we'll take back. Ooh, playing very quickly. Okay. What do I want to do? Let's just go sensible, solid. Okay, there, I'll take the queen. I'll just drop back when I need to, or across. Let's come back. This must be theory for my opponent because he's playing it really, really quick. Guess he can just blast in the center, actually. Why can't he just blast the center there? Let's play knight up and bishop up. He'd probably play bishop down. Okay, he hasn't there. If we can just get castled, we're a little bit behind our opponent, of course, and it gives us a playable position, hopefully. So he's played there, allowing us to castle. So now a push, at least we can trade things off. Okay, bishop here eyes this square, so we can't put the queen there now. Maybe the knight could come in at some point. Slightly problematic. What do I want to do? I'm looking at knight going here with a view to jumping in the center and charging these two. I don't think he'd trade the bishop, so here it's just going to push him back to a better square. So on that basis, I'm going to go forward with the knight and jump in. He'd probably do something similar himself. He could do. I'm just trying to challenge for the center ground and get this bishop into the game at some point. Not sure why yet. Not quite sure why. And then at some point, we're both going to give our kings an emergency square. That's likely to happen at some point. Okay, so he's played queen up. Okay, I see no reason to deviate then, so we'll jump the knight back in. Okay, so we've got the chance to take here. He then supports his isolated pawn. Okay, I'm wondering whether queen up is a move. No, it blunders a tactic. Queen up blunders a tactic. Takes. And if I take, you take the bishop. That's a known tactic. Here, he's just going to jump back over, right? Here, here. Then I can go here and here. That feels better version to me. I'm going to take there. It's knight out wide as well, but I don't like the look of that just on the face of it. I'm looking at this to do this to do this. So let's do the first step and hit the bishop. Now the second step to hit the bishop. And then the third step to develop the bishop. We're still already, what, over half a minute down? So again, potentially knight in is a move. That knight's a really nice square now. I've got knight in here though to hit the queen and the bishop, and I can trade my knight for his bishop. And then we get the bishop pair. But actually, I'm one of those players I actually prefer the knights over bishops, just as a general concept. But this game here, it looks like a nice move here. I don't think he'd give up an exchange. He could, but I don't think he would. So I'm going to jump in and trade this bishop. And then maybe activate a rook, something like that, or get the bishop on a good square, depends what he does. Like if he takes with the queen, we can go here and trade the bishop, and then we're left with equal bishops. Still a lot of work to be done here, a lot of work to be done. Okay, so we'll take. So if he goes with the queen, we do have bishop up as an option. Then we can trade off. And at some point, he's going to go back. A pawn up looks all right. Excuse me. So I think bishop up seems like a very nice natural development move, as long as I'm not blundering some tactic, which I could be. But knight takes now, gain a queen, lose a queen, gain a pawn, lose a bishop, gain a knight. We've lost this pawn, we lose another pawn, so that would lose us a pawn. So here, what can I do? I move like queen up. I just stepped out the way. Okay, I'm going to get rid of that knight then. The danger is going to be when the bishop comes back. Oh, and the rook's coming across as well. Might be slightly problematic as well, mightn't it? So, I wonder whether I need to go here now, just to stop this. I'm not sure it even does stop it, actually. But I'm going to play this now to try and cut out this move in one move. But this is dangerous, but I pushed the g-pawn because he's got the light squared bishop. Okay, he's come across. I'm actually going to get my queen developed and put it in a position where I can drop back as an emergency if needed. If down, I'll take with the bishop. He's played rook across, so can't I just go here then? I'm not quite sure what the idea is of that move. I don't think he'll trade the rook, so I think it's a safe development move for me. I'm just fearing I might be blundering some sort of tactic at some point in time. He might be able to crash through. I don't see it, but he might be able to. Okay, he has traded, so we put some gentle pressure on here. Mustn't push the pawn. There are issues, but again, it's kind of half covered. So I'm looking at bishop up. And then can we put pressure on here? Is that possible? Now, queen down, he could have done it in one move there if he wanted it. He didn't, so... Bishop up, the trouble is I don't want to take with a pawn. So maybe just queen up to prepare bishop up. How else do I pressure this? I don't see that right now. Actually, queen up looks like a nice move anyway. It looks like a sensible move because it stops bishop going back to c2 in one go. It prepares bishop into the center. If he pushes to attackers, we can take with a check. So I think bishop up, just simple, sensible chess, what I'm trying to play. Make sure my king's got a square. Opponent will do the same at some point. Give his king a square. Probably on a move when you don't see any immediate danger, but you don't see anything particular what to do. So just push one of the pawns. Well, he's done it with this one, a more aggressive move. Okay. So that cuts out the concept of the immediate diagonal attack. So it does bring in no bishop here now, and he can't go here. So he might want us to take. That could be, again, slightly problematic. But it seems like a nice square to be on, and I can even go here then, right? So let's bring the bishop up. Now, he could just leave it where it is and allow takes, and then put pressure on our backward pawn. But we could maybe pop the bishop in to c4. And then maybe the queen behind, something like that. Yeah, he's played queen across, so he's happy to simplify. Okay, so is there any reason not to? Takes. Then push the pawn here. I could just take here. Is there anything else other than taking? I can play the bishop in and say if you take, we can just take back. Yeah, if I do that this way, he gets his rook to protect his pawn. So I could come here. I like the look of that, actually. I'm going to come and attack the queen. And I'll take back. Might be wrong. Hold on, let's not pre-move. This is what I want to do, but does it give him this and it blows my pawn structure wide open? He gets this move. Well, I think I'm committed now. I don't think I can take that way and give him a passed pawn. And he's gone with the bishop. Okay, I'll take and attack this pawn then. So he's defending it in the same way anyhow. So what if I go here now and attack this pawn? He goes here. Rook here, he can go here. I think I'm going to go here and attack this pawn. I could always come back again. Then see if he goes here. But if he goes here, it gives me a pawn push. Okay. Let's go back and attack it again. Let's come back. We get a draw. We've got a repetition there, so we didn't see anything better to do. So let's pause and see what it was in engine language. Especially in the opening, you want to try and see if there's anything to learn from. But well played there. 34 moves. They're the move times for both players. So we'll analyze it. The exchange variation of the Caro-Kann defense. If you click that, you'll get some puzzles to do. Yeah, it is just basically level. We're marginally better. +1 it says, marginally better, but it's basically looks like it's just level the whole entire game. And at amateur level, that's basically just means it's flatline level the whole game. 91 and 90 on the accuracy. No blunders or bad mistakes from either of us. So we'll just have a quick flick through. See, nothing's been flagged until move 23. So takes, queen takes was okay. Yeah, I wondered if he was going to try and just blast in the center. But bishop b5 was a good book move. Let's turn the engine on. a3 is the other move that's being flagged, or bishop to c4. I was just more concerned if he was going to try and blast coming right through. Let's turn the engine right on to say 5 lines. That's not being flagged as a move, there, so go back to 2. That's what I normally leave it set on. Then once we've castled, we've got kind of a playable position. We challenge for the centre ground. We drive him back and get our bishop developed. The trade was good, bishop up was good, trading there was good, g6 was good, queen up was good. It just means I can go ultra cautious if I need to protect the king. And it gets the queen developed and connects the rooks as well. Yeah, rook across, I didn't see what he was trying to achieve with that. We just developed a rook and we got a trade, this was good. But here, I shouldn't have played bishop in, I should have sidestepped the queen. Instead of bishop in here, I should have just sidestepped. And I guess if the queen wanders off, you're threatening to win a pawn. So we should have just gone queen g5, and then he plays rook e1 apparently is the best reply. So we're just flatline level here. Trade the queen's trade, and again, I'm slightly concerned whether he can just blast a pawn. Rook b1 apparently was the best move there. Rook just across to b1. And then the king develops up to g7. Okay. Then here, this is when we've gone into the repeat. So we've gone across. I shouldn't have actually done that. What should I have done? I should have brought my king over and just marched the king into the center. My opponent is going to easily be in time to do it as well. But that's what we should have done. We're just slightly better, but still basically equal. And then we've ended up repeating the position for a draw. So it is what it is. Well played.